Determine an inequality for the following graph. Alright, so the first thing we want to do is find the equation for this parabola. So our equation is y equals a x minus h squared plus k. We can see that we have a vertex right here at -1 and +2, so that's a good starting point. Okay, we can also see that the parabola is upside down, so it's negative, and it's been vertically expanded by a coefficient of 2 because we've gone over 1 and down 2. So we can go ahead and fill all this in. Okay, and so that -1 becomes a +1 because there's already a negative there. Alright, so now we have our equation for the line. All we really need to do now is figure out if we're going to be using a less than or a greater than sign. This is a dotted line on the graph, so we're not going to use greater than or equals to. We can't use that. We need to use greater than or less than. Okay. So in order to determine that, there's two ways. We could use a test point, but there's a way quicker method, and that's just by inspecting the graph. So as we can see here, the shaded region is falling above the parabola. And so we can think of that as saying the shaded region is kind of like y, and y is greater than our parabola, which is described by this equation. Okay, so that's the quick and dirty way of doing it, but if we want to use a test point, we can do that too. So we need to pick a test point that's in the shaded region. I'm going to pick 0, 1. And so we're just going to plug this into our formula. Now it could be greater than or less than, so we're not really sure. So I'm going to use both of them for now, and then we'll pick the right one after. -2, we plug in our x value, which is 0. Okay. We have 0 plus 1, which is just 1, and 1 squared is just 1 as well, so we just have -2 plus 2. And so, as we can see here, we have 1 is greater than 0, so we're going to use this sign, which, as we can see from our little trick, we already did. Okay, so that's all for this one. I hope that helps. Thank you. Bye.